Hi friends, today I'm going to work up one of my claw machine pets, and today we're going to do these little squished birds. And I'm actually going to make a chicken version today, and I'm going to make one that's a little bit bigger and work it up as a keychain. So these were done in Premier Parfait Chunky with the 4mm hook. This was a bernat velvet and a 4mm hook. Today I'm going to use chenille Home Slim and a 5mm hook, and a couple of other colors. I think one's Premier Parfait Chunky and this is Yarn Bee, but I'm not sure. So you can work this up in any type of yarn you want. Just make sure you pick a matching hook size. We'll also need some polyfill and safety ice. And that's about it. Let's get started. I'm going to start making the little frilly part at the top of the chicken, so we can sew this on as we go. Makes it a little bit easier in my opinion. So I'm going to use red, and I'm going to make a slip knot around my hook. I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch. And now I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch down into that first stitch in this set of chains. And then chain 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch down into the first chain, and finish off with a bit of a tail for sewing. We don't need a whole lot of yarn for sewing. Pull that through. All right, so we have the little frilly bit that we're going to stick on the top of our chicken's head. So for round 1, we're going to take our main body color and make our magic ring. With yarn like this that tends to shed, after I make my magic ring, I like to pull it tighter a little bit to make sure it's not getting caught. And then I'll work 3 single crochet stitches into the magic ring. And I'm going to give it a little tightening up again to make sure it's not stuck. There we go. And then I'm going to do my last 3 single crochet stitches for a total of 6 into the magic ring. Okay, so that's how I would normally do the first round, but since I'm making a keychain, I'm going to go back and pull out 4 of my stitches. So I have 2 done. In my third stitch, I'm going to crochet over my keychain attachment. So I'm going to just set it on top of my work, and then I'm going to insert my hook through the keychain and then into the magic ring and complete single crochet number 3. I'm going to do that one more time to do single crochet number 4. And then I'm going to make my final 2 stitches into the magic ring, but not go through the keychain. And pull that tail tight. Okay, so you'll see I have my keychain attached on the top of the head now. So for round 2, we're going to do an increase in each stitch around for a total of 12 stitches. All right, so round 2 is done. For round 3, we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch and then an increase in the next stitch, and we're going to repeat that all the way around for a total of 18 stitches. Okay, so we're done with round 3. Round 4, we're going to just single crochet 18. So 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around for a total of 18 stitches. And I'm going to skip ahead to the end of this round. So now that we're at the end of round 4, I'm going to attach my frilly piece. So I'm going to thread the tail through my yarn needle. And I'm going to start we're going to attach it around the first round. So the first round of stitches that we made into the magic circle. Okay, and just gonna sew that on there. Gonna work through the middle. I'm just attaching it I'm just attaching it along a straight line here. Actually, I'm going to take this tail back through, and then I'm going to take my starting tail put that inside, and I'm just going to tie my 2 tails together inside of the head. Not super tight because I don't want the yarn to break, but tight enough to where that frilly piece is not loose. Okay, and that part is done. So now we can continue on with round 5, and round 5 we're going to make our wings. Okay, so we're going to single crochet 4. So that should take us over to the side of our chicken. And then in the front loop of the next stitch, I'm going to work up the wing. So I'm going to do a half double crochet, a double crochet into that same loop, another double crochet, and a half double crochet, all into that front loop. Now the back loop, if you want, you might want to stick a stitch marker in there so you can find it later, because we'll work into it in the next round. So after we form our wing, we're going to single crochet 9. So that takes us around the front of our chicken. And we're going to make another wing into the front loop only of the next stitch. So half double crochet around the front loop, 2 double crochet stitches, My yarn is being annoying. And another half double crochet. Okay, so we have our second wing. Again, you might want to mark that back loop that we've left open because we're going to work into it in our next round. And then we're going to finish off by doing 3 more single crochet stitches to end the round. Okay, so at the end of round 5, it looks like this. Okay, round 6. In round 6, we're going to change colors so we can do the little feet. We're going to start with 4 single crochet stitches. And we're going to work a half double crochet stitch into that back loop that we left open. And then we're going to do 1 more single crochet on the other side of our wing. Make sure you're not working into the wing, you're working behind it. And before we do our last yarn over for that single crochet, we're going to pick up our new color. Pull that one through. I'm going to secure it back here. All right, and then we're going to make one of our feet. So to make a foot, we're going to make a 4 double crochet bobble into the front loop only of our next stitch. So yarn over, go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2. I'm going to do that 3 more times. You end up with 5 loops on your hook, so then you're going to yarn over with your body color. And pull that all the way through. Alright, so now we're going to single crochet 5. On that 5th single crochet, I'm going to switch to my foot color and pull that through. Okay, then we're going to do another 4 double crochet bobble in the front loop of the next stitch. Once you have those 5 loops on your hook, you're going to pull your body color through. And then we're going to do a single crochet on the other side of that bobble right before we get to our wing. And we're going to cut our foot color there. I'm going to tie it to secure it on the inside. Right, and if your bobbles are not popped out towards the front, you can pop them out. Alright, so working into the back loop only behind our wing, we're going to do a half double crochet. And then we're going to single crochet 3. Making sure to work behind our wing, not into our wing. So that's what we have at the end of round 6. You can see our wings, little feet sticking out. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to insert my safety eyes. Okay, so I'm going to use 14mm sinker eyes, and I'm going to insert them between rounds 4 and 5. So 5 is the row where we did we made our wings. And I'm going to place the eyes just inside the little feet. And I'm going to go off camera to secure the eyes. I am using the safety eye tool to help me, but it's still going to take a little bit of work, so I'll be right back. Okay, now after the eyes are on there, I want to embroider my beak, so I'm just going to cut a little bit of that foot color I was using and thread my needle with it, and I'm going to just embroider over the stitches right here in between the eyes. So I'm going to start and go from the inside up, leaving a bit of a tail inside, go back down on the other side of the beak. I'm going to go over that a few times just until your beak is as prominent as you want it to be. Go over it, let's see, 4 times. Times, tie it off inside, and I'm gonna cut this off so I can use the leftover bit on another bird. All right, so there we have our face done. Now all we're gonna do is close it up. Okay, so round 7, we're gonna do a single crochet decrease, repeat 6 times, taking us back down to 12 stitches. Alright, so we should have 12 stitches around. I'm going to take a moment and stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to do my last round. Just going to do 6 decreases around. I stuffed my stitch marker in. Okay, I'm just going to take this out now. We'll do 6 around. I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch and then chain and pull that all the way through to fasten off. Now we just need to close the hole. There is fluff everywhere. So I'm going to go through the front loops of my 6 stitches. And then I'm gonna pull that hole closed and hide my tail. I like to tie a knot in my tail right outside the body after I pull it through, and then run it through one more time just to make sure it is extra secure and not going to find its way back out of the body. So much fluff. Okay, and there we have it, our little squishy chicken keychain. Okay, so we have this one. We can compare it with the Parfait chunky version. See, it's a little bit smaller, so it works better for my claw machine. This will not work in my claw machine, but it makes a really good size for a keychain. Thank you for following along with my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you love making these little squishy birds.